Backtesting video. I have an interest to make them shorter now because I will not have this huge attention span when I'm like, if I ever forget it and I'm trying to relearn it. But anyway, let's go. Massive range. I don't care what ranges or anything like that. I just trade the strategy. Here, price does come in here, but the problem is it's only one candle that's taking price up there. So I would not like to enter that. And of course, it doesn't even win. But here, price does react down here. So, price does react down there. So that means that this is a buy, and it loses. But that's okay. Oh wait, no. This is not a buy, because price only gave one red candle going down, so I can't buy this either. Now at this point here, price does take two green candles to go up, and I get two red candles going down. So the candles are small. So maybe I wouldn't like them, but just to fulfill all righteousness, let's say we take this loss and then we get this next candle, which is, and I really like these setups where it's like price failed the first time, then it tries again. I really like them. Obviously they could lose and you're left feeling kind of dumb, like the price just told me that wasn't going to work, why did I enter it again? But I feel like these are really good setups and I really like them when I see them. So I was going to take that trade, whether it's one candle, two candles. And what I mean by that is whether it's this first red candle or I take it after the second red candle, it almost doesn't matter. But this first red candle looks like it was big enough to take the trade just off of that. And you want to take the trades there when you can, because sometimes the movement isn't big enough to accommodate two candle pushes. It just happened to be there. So here we're moving. And it's 8, and here's the open. So this is a trade right here. I'm not gonna lie, this is a trade, bro. Price went down here. It took more than one candle to get down there. Then we get one green candle going up. And that's easy money, bro. I don't know what to tell you. That's an easy dub. Top 10 easiest dubs, bro. We move on. I like to start the week with a loss. Well, in backtesting, because it means I'm not just being unrealistic and all that. So this candle is too big. It would have been a trade, but the candle is too big. Then we get two candles going down, but it only took us one candle up there, so we're not taking it. And of course it loses. This green candle, I would like to say it would have been an entry, but everything's just too smushy for me, and it might not have been big enough. I'm not really sure. Then this red candle is too big going down to take the sell. That one green candle, if we get another green candle, we can enter. And that's another green candle. So these green candles are pretty small, to be honest, but the wicks are big, so I'll take it. And what do you know? It's a winner. Wonderful strategy, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro. It just works low-key, at least in backtesting. So here there's no trade here. This one red candle is not enough to test it. It's just one red candle going down. There was a time that would be enough for me, but it's not. Now, when price comes up here and goes down, I would take another time price came up similar and went down. I would take that as an entry. Like this, these two. I swear, I did not know this was going to happen, but I would take this as an entry. Not even if it's going to win, and it wins. Yeah, so this is one of the entries I like. Another one I like. So that's another win. And let me take a screenshot of this as a model good entry, so that when I'm looking at the charts and I'm like, can I enter this? I can go to my gallery and look at some model good entries, and I can say, does price fit into any of these? If not, then why do I want to take the trade? Maybe it's another model good entry, I would take it. I haven't screenshot or anything, and that's fine. This would be an entry if this was more than one candle going up. Sorry, yeah, see this candle up here? This would have been an entry if this was two green candles, but it's only one, so I don't take that. But I do take this on the second candle. I think the first one isn't big enough, and I take the L on that. And let's say I'm going to revisit this, because I think there's a world in which I do not take the L on that. But if I do take the L on that, these two candles are too small, so I would not take that trade. Obviously, hindsight, right? I can see it's going to lose, so it's not super fair. I would have taken this buy on this green candle here, but there's only one red candle taking us down. And so the next possible trade is up here, where you can take this sell on these two candles up there. And I'm pretty sure this trade loses. Oh, I thought it was going to win. My bad. So this would be a double loss day. Now, put a pin in this because I think there's a way that we win by changing our approach. But for now, let's say we lost. And now let's see how this week performed, right? Let's start from Monday. So one loss is -1 and a win is +2. So a loss and a win on a day. And again, just to be clear, in case you haven't seen my first video, if I take a loss, I take another trade that day. But if I take a win, I stop trading that day. That's why you see 2 trades on a day like this, but only 1 trade on a day like this. And on a day like Friday with 2 losses, you see 2 trades again. So that's how I take the trades. My data shows that that's a good idea. My data is not that extensive though, but I think it works. So whatever. So anyway, 1 loss -1, then +2 for a win. This is a +1 day. +1. So cumulatively we're going. This is +3 so far for the week. This is +5. This is +7. +7 -4. Sorry, -2. Sorry. +7 -2. So it's a +5% week. Not bad. Really not bad. But let's revisit Friday because I think that I was a bit hasty, or I was not hasty enough. And upon revisiting this, we already agreed that these 2 candles up with 1 candle down was good. But where I think I went wrong was not taking the trade off of this first red candle. And remember, I even said that you really should take the first candle entry when you can, because of a lot of the times the move is not big enough to accommodate 2 candles. And I'm telling you, I did not backtest this before making the video, but that's what I said earlier, if you recall. And this is one of those cases where if you take the first candle, it's an easy win. Didn't even take that much time. It's 3 candles, so it's like a 50-minute trade, or less than that. 10 to 50-minute trade, right? But when we had this other big push down here on Monday, I was saying, oh, it doesn't matter if you took the first trade or the second trade, this trade was going to win. But some trades, like I said, are not big enough to accommodate both. So you need to really look at the first candle as it's forming and immediately as it closes, and you need to ask yourself, is this candle big enough to be a trade on its own, right? And that's a question you really have to ask yourself. And this one I think just barely is, so you really should take it when you can, because not every situation will accommodate both trades. Will accommodate you to wait for both candles to win, which this lucky case did, right? Whatever, because price really went in that direction. But in that other case, it did not. So with that in mind, obviously I still could have lost that trade in real life trying to wait for the second candle, but let's say I didn't, because I watched this video first before trading that day. So now let's look at the tally. This is a +1% day. That makes it +3, +5, +7, and that makes this a +9% week. And that's that, +9% week, guys. Here you have it. The last week was +8. This week is +9. Obviously, it looks like I'm just making stuff up, bro. But obviously, as you can see, trading this way, I haven't really changed anything from the last 2 videos of how I trade, except now I don't like 1 candle taking us to a level. I want it to be at least 2. And I don't like extreme chop, whereas price is like way too squeezed together. It gives me a bad feeling in my stomach, my tum-tum. And I don't trade when I have a bad feeling in my tum-tum anymore, because like I said in the last video, using this strategy, I was taking dubious trades and I blew an account. It took me a month to pass an account, and I blew it in 4 days, in a week. So it's really that easy to lose. So you need to be more interested in not taking bad trades sometimes than you are in taking winning trades. And sometimes you have to not take a trade and then watch it go and win. You know, like look at it go in the direction you thought it was gonna go, even though you avoided taking it. And that just has to happen. But the truth is, you're in a rush to pass an account, pass a challenge, make some money today, tomorrow, but that'll cost you years, literally years of making money. If you just slow it down, if you just cool it, don't even chase this, man. Don't even chase a 9% week. Don't. Just relax, just cool your jets, bro. And, just trade the right way. Maybe you get a 3% week. Maybe get a 5% a month. That's great performance, bro. That's what I'm after. Obviously, I would love to get an 8% week and a 9% week the next week and pass my whole challenge in 2 weeks, which is what I did just before I passed the challenge in a month. I passed the previous challenge in a week, then I blew that. But yeah, I would love to just pass it in 2 weeks and get crazy returns every month. But like, if you only made 5%, here's what you would do. I'm currently on a 20K challenge, right? And you get 80%, which is 0.8, and then you say you get 0.05% a month. It's $800. If you're in America, that's not much. It's like not even 10 grand a year. But you do that, and you can buy now, not every month, right? So you can buy a 100K account the next month. Now it's $48,000 a year. Not bad. Then from 100K, you can buy a 200K challenge. Now it's 100 grand. Now you're making 6 figures. Then you buy a 300K challenge. Now you're making 144,000 a year. And now maybe you get a 400K, because those are there. Now you're making almost $200,000 a year. This is like crazy stuff, and that's off making 5% a month. So really try not to get too close. And making 5% a month is not easy. It's also hard, but you just need to lock in either way. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if you chase crazy returns because you want to get there fast, that's actually the best way to get to not just get there slow, do not get there at all. Literally, the fastest way to make money trading is to do the right thing. That takes a while, and just take your time doing it. Just take your time. I'm okay with 5% a month. To me, that feels super, super slow. Because like I said, I passed this thing in 1 month. That was 14% a month. And I passed the previous challenge in 2 weeks. I was 14% in 2 weeks. You know, I've had crazy good times. But I really cannot let my experience of when I'm successful with super crazy great returns, I can't let that like slow me down. I'll take the good trades, and if it wants to give me good returns, it'll give me good returns. If it doesn't give me good returns, that's fine. I just want to get 5% a month, and don't even chase 5. I'm just letting you know that even at the lower end, you still make tons of money easily. And again, if you make 5% every month, then it only takes you 3 months to pass a challenge. So if you buy a 20K challenge now, in 3 months, you have passed it, right? Because usually phases are 6% and 8%, which is 14. So in 3 months, you'd have made 50. You'd have passed it. That means that in the next month, you'll make 5%, which was like $800. And then that'll be enough to buy 100K challenge, probably a 200K challenge. In 3 months, you have passed a 200K challenge. And then a month after that, you have made like $8,000. Then that's enough to get a 400K. And then in 3 months, you'll have passed that. And then the 4th month, that'll be enough to get like, what did I even say? Like at that 8,000, that's a $16,000 payout. So it doesn't even take a year of making 5% a month to go from buying a 20K challenge to making $16,000 a month plus. And that's not even adding the previous, because it's 16 plus 8 plus 800, right? So it's like $24,800 a month. And it doesn't even take a year to get there. How much trouble could you get yourself into making $24,000 a month, bro? Like, and that would be like less than a year from now. If you've been trading Forex, you probably have been doing it for, well, not really, but you've potentially been trading for over a year. Now, what if this time last year you started doing what I'm talking about right now, and by now you were making $24,000 a month? Would your life be any different? Is it worth it? Is it worth waiting for? Is it worth putting in the work for? I think so. You ask me, the answer is yes. So I encourage you, bro, I beg you to do the right thing, to take it easy, to take it slow. Don't try for crazy returns. Just try to do things the right way. And that's all you need. That's all you need, bro. And you can be making crazy amounts in less time than you think. But anyway, I guess I've yapped enough. But one more thing. Like, I live in an African country in Zambia. I do not need like $24,000 a month is insane money here. Like you're insanely wealthy, bro. It's crazy. I'd be living large off of $5,000 a month. If I was making $5,000 a month by this time next year, bro, that's me. That's me like so close to hitting my dreams. And you guys wouldn't understand this, but by 18, it's like 90,000 kwacha. That's a lot of money, bro. I'm chilling and I'm only going up from there. So thank you for watching the video. I went on a long rambling session, but I think I needed it. Maybe you needed it too. And yeah, I'm really hyped to chase my dreams. So I hope you guys are too.